Each of the first speakers have 3 minutes. Each of the second speakers have 2 minutes. And the third speakers also have 2 minutes. At the end, the first speaker will take 1 minute to summarize the team's argument. So we are starting right away with the first speaker from the proposing side. Please listen to her.
Information, communication, and technology form the backbone of the society. Imagine when it is misused, the society crumbles to the ground. Today, the moderator, panel of judges, admin scientists, and good business community. My name is Lacey and I'm representing Federal Government Laws College Canada. I'm here to speak on the community side of the resolution that says information and communication technology has done more harm than good to the modern man for the following points back organization. Before I begin, I'd like to define some key things. Information and communication technology refers to all types of technology used, and means all forms of technology used to process, communicate, and send information. Now, information and communication technology does not just come out to us like that. It passes through gadgets and equipment such as phones, computer, satellites, etc. Now, to my point, joblessness. People have lost their jobs because of the so-called information and communication technology coming in, being introduced to the modern man. Let's take, for example, a few years back when electronic banking came into Nigeria. So many bankers were laid off their jobs because either they didn't possess the skills of information and communication technology, or computers were used to replace the job that human beings could do. What do you expect a man who has worked for 25 good years with honesty and devotion to his job to do when he's laid off because he cannot operate a computer? What do you expect that kind of person to do? That has crumbled the entire life of the person. It's either the person resorts to stealing or the person resorts to one form of crime or the other. 2. Large resources are required for the acquisition and maintenance of the so-called information and communication technology gadgets. Take, for example, satellites. How much does it take a country to launch satellites into space? It takes a lot, not just launching, but maintaining the satellite that has been launched. Talk of buying a computer. It is not affordable to everybody. Someone in the village cannot afford to own a computer, cannot afford to own a phone. We cannot rely on this information and communication technology gadgets. For example, MTN can close up and pack up one day. What happens to MTN users? Let's take, for example, internet. We don't have internet connection in the grassroots of our society today. What has it done to help the modern man? It has not helped the modern man in any way. Death rate due to radioactive emissions. We all hear, we see it in our newspapers, due to the discovery of scientists, that radioactive emissions that come from our phones are dangerous to our health. It increases the rate of cancer. When people die at a large rate because of cancer, what do we have? We have a reduced population. We have unemployment in the country, leading to a loss in the economy, leading to a breakdown of the economy. When we don't have people to work in our country, and we don't have an economy to rely on, what happens to the modern man? I ask you again, what happens to the modern man? We also have the crime rates that have been increased due to information and communication technology. We have stealing, we have robbery, we have cloning. I mean, there are so many things in the society today, so many crimes that information and communication technology has done. I know that my fellow debaters will emphasize on this point. I want you to stand with the side of the proposition because I don't see what information and communication technology has done. Thank you.
That was the first speaker from the proposing side. We now want to listen to the first speaker from the negative. Please give him your attention.
The fact that an orange seed is swallowed while one sucks an orange does not make the juice derived from it impotent. Good day, this is moderator Wakiri Time from panel of international journalists. Ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, I would like to put forward these questions for consideration. Joblessness, according to my dear opponents. It is true many people have lost their jobs as a result of ICT. But is it harmful that ICT has developed computers and systems which make this work timely and efficient? I leave it to you to answer. And I'll move forward to my concrete points. Is it harmful that ICT in conjunction with the US SEAL Army, assisted them in the tracking down of the greatest enemy of peace, the great Al-Qaeda leader in the person of Osama bin Laden? Or is it harmful that ICT has made it possible for businessmen who aim for great profit to sit in their homes and carry out business transactions, saving them the cost of transportation and other related inconveniences? Are we saying that it is harmful that ICT has made it possible for the production of ATM cards, which one can now pick from his wallet, stroll down the road, use an ATM machine, and withdraw his cash and bill? Is it harmful that ICT have developed a technology which we all know as e-presence, which enables people all over the world, wheresoever you are, to have on-the-spot meetings, which saves time, saves cost of transportation, and even diplomacy? Are you trying to tell me that ICT is harmful, that they have given room for e-activism, which have enabled people around the world to know how to treat people who carry out dictatorship, people like Colonel Gaddafi or Mubarak? Is it harmful that we now know how to get ourselves out of the problem of man's inhumanity to man as a result of ICT? Is it harmful that die-hard criminals who were so glued to class snatching can now be tracked and caught? Are we saying that it is harmful that we can sit in the convenience of our homes and enjoy the entertainment shown on our TV screens? Are we saying that it is harmful that we can walk into cyber cafes and get information from the internet? Are we saying that it is harmful that you can sit in the comfort of your room and use your phone to know what's going on around the world? Are we saying that it is harmful for you to get every detailed information on what goes on in our day-to-day life? Remember that the fact that an orange seed is swallowed, while one enjoys the nutritious juice taken from it, does not and will never make the juice impotent. Thank you.
We have just listened to the first speaker on the debating side. We now want to turn our attention to the second speaker on the opposing side.
Information and communication technology. How you become more good than harm in increasing the morality of society. Before I begin, I'm Joy from the Federal Government Girls College. I'm here to approve the resolution which says that information and communication technology has done more value to the modern life. Now, speaking on what my co-presenter said, my opponent said that these gadgets are being produced by ICT to help us to make work easy. But I put it to you that there are also people who went to school to study. They study banking. And because of e-banking, they cannot do what they study. They cannot even go to the banks to work simply because they are computers. Those that are even there are sat. Why? Because they are computers to work for them. Now, contrary to what you said, ATM card. I want to put it to you that ATM card you mentioned, that ICT has got to has come a lot of criminal activities to the country. You find out that most crimes are committed in the banks. They have withdrawn money from other people's accounts using that same ATM. I'm not the cafe. Telling the truth between you and I. Tell me the truth that when you go to the cafe, you do something that will educate you. The other truth is that when you go to the cafe, what you tend to do most is to browse immorality or immorality. Is that what you told me ICT as well? Now, speaking on my point, pornography. You find out that when you tune on the television, there are most shows that are dedicated to pornography. All they do is broadcast all these things and they destroy our minds. They cause more harm in our life. They even have magazines, the official magazines and newspapers that broadcast everything. Instead of teaching us to do this, they teach us concerning pornography. Is that the good ICT has produced? No. Addiction syndrome. ICT has made so many people addicted to it that they just sit in front of the television and the mother calls the child. All they say is, Mom, I'm coming. He can't even stand up. So children wake up in the morning, pick up their phones just to browse on immoral things. It has made us so addicted to it that we also lost our discipline. It has also distracted us and made us